Deadmus, aka Joel Thomas Zimmerman, is one of the most iconic and prolific DJs in the world. His ability to create catchy EDM hits and fantastical visuals has earned him millions of fans across the globe. Those fans are willing to pay big bucks to see Deadmus perform, so it's no wonder the famous Canadian DJ has a net worth of about $53 million. Deadmus buys some incredible things with his cash. He has an unbelievable supercar collection and a palatial mansion just outside of Toronto, and we know from previous videos how expensive Toronto is. He spends ridiculous amounts of money on recording equipment and state-of-the-art concert setups. Here's a look at how Deadmus spends his millions. It typically takes 10,000 hours of practice to become an expert in any skill. It also takes a whole lot of natural talent. DJing is no exception. Deadmus has had his fingertips on a keyboard since he was a teenager, and he spends countless hours in the recording studio. Combine all that with his natural talent, and you get an EDM prodigy. Deadmus has parlayed his DJing skills into a small fortune. He's one of the highest earning music producers in the world and typically makes more than $11.5 million per year. Deadmus is a pretty regular guy underneath his iconic mouse helmet, but there's one way he differs from most people. He spends an obscene amount of money. When Deadmus isn't playing a sold-out show in New York or Ibiza, he's chilling at his countryside estate in rural Ontario. He owns a beautiful 118-acre property between Toronto and Hamilton, and smack dab in the middle of it you'll find a stunning 14,000-square-foot mansion with 4.1 bedrooms and 5.1 bathrooms. Deadmus is a caffeine addict, and he can't start the day without his Timmies, so it's no surprise he parks his supercars in a detached garage shaped like a Tim Hortons. Is there anything more Canadian than that? Deadmus's elegant mansion also has a 3-car attached garage. He needs all that space to house his unbelievable supercar collection, but more on that later. The mansion also has a gourmet kitchen and 6 fireplaces. It really is a spectacular home. The professionally landscaped backyard behind Deadmus's mansion is filled with pine trees, shrubs, and rock gardens. There's also a saltwater pool and pool house in Deadmus's backyard. It's the perfect place for the legendary DJ to take a dip when he needs a break from recording. There's plenty of space in the backyard for Deadmus to fly all of his expensive drones, like his $1,000 Inspire 1 quadcopter. Deadmus also has been known to go drone hunting. What is that? I know you're asking that, right? Well, think of it as skeet shooting, but with drones. Seems like a perfect waste of expensive tech, but when you're as loaded as Deadmus, you can afford to be a little bit eccentric, right? Deadmus's home recording studio might even be more impressive than professional recording studios in Los Angeles. He spent 3 years building the studio, and he's always adding new and expensive equipment. Inside Deadmus's home recording studio, you'll find a $500,000 Neve analog recording console, 43 NVIDIA GPUs used to render animations for his iconic cube, and 9 custom-made e.t.c loudspeakers. Deadmus's home recording studio is one of the only private Dolby Atmos mix studios in the world, and it's filled with rare keyboards from the 1970s that are so hard to come by now that they regularly sell for tens of thousands of dollars. In the basement of Deadmus's castle, you'll find a LAN gaming center with NVIDIA PCs that are tricked out to look like his supercar, and his server room connects to a 103-foot tower in his backyard that supplies a 2-gigabit internet connection. As cool as all that is, the most interesting room in Deadmus's mansion might just be the taxidermy room. It's adorned with mounts of deer and other big game, and Deadmus even has his very own stuffed moose. Continuing the Canada theme, there's a Canadian goose hanging from the ceiling as well as a stuffed polar bear in the corner. Behind one of the leather sofas sits a display table that's adorned with a giraffe skull and hippo skull. The piece de resistance of Deadmus's taxidermy room is out of this world. No, literally. He has a life-size replica of the xenomorph from the movie Alien. Now he just needs a life-size replica of a power loader to go along with it. Before Deadmus became a country mouse, he was a city mouse. He once owned a $2.5 million condo in Toronto. He actually bought 2 penthouses and combined them together to create an epic 3,000-square-foot condo, complete with 2 bedrooms and a rooftop lounge area with stunning views of the downtown core. The apartment also had a bit of a whimsical feel, as Deadmus installed miniature arch-shaped doorways along the baseboards. They looked like something out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon, only slightly larger. They were actually designed as passageways for Deadmus's cat, Professor Meowingtons. Deadmus also had an impressive $200,000 recording studio in his Toronto apartment, and it was filled with a collection of rare vinyl figures and statues worth thousands of dollars. Many of those rare toys found a new home in Deadmus's country mansion. Deadmus isn't just a tech geek, he's also a car nerd. His auto collection is astonishing, but he's gotten into a bit of trouble in the past because of how he customized some of his supercars. Ferrari wasn't too happy when Deadmus wrapped his $380,000 458 Italia Spider with decals featuring the popular internet meme Nyan Cat. Deadmus dubbed his Ferrari 458 the Ferrari and drove it in the Gumball 3000 rally. Most people thought the car looked cute, but Ferrari slapped Deadmus with a cease and desist order claiming copyright infringement. Apparently, it's not okay to change the badges on your Ferrari from a prancing horse to a cute kitty cat. Deadmus loves to wrap his supercars with meme-worthy vinyl skins. His $235,000 Lamborghini Huracan has been dubbed Huracan because it's also adorned with a Nyan Cat-themed wrap. Despite the cuteness factor, Deadmus's Huracan is still a beast. Its 5.2-liter V10 puts out 602 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. For his $270,000 McLaren 650S, Deadmus chose a Space Invaders theme. Deadmus's retro video game theme McLaren certainly looks cool, but the specs are even more impressive. The McLaren 650S can reach a top speed of 207 miles per hour and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. When Deadmus drove his 650S in the 2015 Gumball 3000 rally, it was adorned with a wrap that made it look like a Queen of Hearts playing card. How fitting, considering the theme of that year's rally was Las Vegas casinos. The 650S might be Deadmus's favorite supercar because he even used it to chauffeur Uber riders around Toronto when he teamed up with the ride-sharing company to promote UberX. 650S wasn't the only car that Deadmus drove in the 2015 Gumball 3000 rally. His $1.15 million McLaren P1 was decked out in Ace of Spades decals. That's frankly far cooler than the factory blue finish it originally had. Deadmus also wrapped his McLaren P1 in a stealthy matte black skin. Imagine seeing Deadmus's P1 speed past you at 217 miles per hour. The McLaren P1's gasoline engine and electric motor combo produces 903 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque, and the supercar can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. Despite those amazing specs, Deadmus also chose to let go of his McLaren P1. He didn't regret selling, though, as he used the funds for his Cube 2.1 DJ setup. Deadmus is clearly a McLaren fan because he also owns a $1 million McLaren Senna that's equipped with a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that can put out 789 bhp and 590 pounds-feet of torque. The speedy supercar can go from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds and has a top speed of 211 miles per hour. The weirdest car in Deadmus's collection might just be his $250,000 BAC Mono. The street-legal race car is equipped with carbon composite wheels and a 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine. It's extremely light, and at only 1/4 the weight of a BMW X5, it's certainly not something that works as a daily driver. It's more of a toy than a car, but practicality isn't Deadmus's focus. He buys cars that are fast and cool. Deadmus has also owned many other cars over the years, including a $200,000 Bentley Continental GT and a $105,000 Tesla P85D and a $100,000 Porsche Carrera 911. That's a lot.